Alright, welcome everyone to some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. My god. Spent the last 3 hours trying to troubleshoot a problem for Rainbow Six. Just turns out that only I can not connect to servers. God, I forgot how bad Uplay was as a everything. Anyway, I'm back to playing Dungeon Crawl after 2 long days of playing Barony. That was a good game. Hopefully we'll get to play a bit more later on, but for now, going back to our main game, DCSS. Rue's gonna give me a new sacrifice. Cool. Sacrifice some spells, sure. For a character, generally speaking, Rue characters want to be like as one-dimensional as possible. You basically just sack literally everything that you don't care about in the immediate, like, present, and then you just chill. So I've just sacrificed my spells because I have no intention of casting spells this game, and the game thinks it's a very like an actual sacrifice. We know better. We actually understand that no one uses, what was it? Air, hexes, and summoning. Lol. Who uses those spells, right? Only nerds who train int would bother with that shit. Meanwhile, me, the Chad, Sling Man, and at times Rapier guy, doesn't give a single shit about spellcasting at all. Alright, rune doors. Trick to dealing with rune doors, don't open rune doors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and walk away. Just gonna leave. It's that simple. And just like that, I cleared the rune door area. Ooh, a potion of mutation. So, yeah, Halflings have the cool thing where they're resistant to mutation. That basically means nothing. So, you know, you have like a 50% chance of not getting mutated, which is cool. Why can't we make you immune to mutations? Why do we need mutation resistance? That's not as good as actual Armute. Why do all these things happen to players that are playing the video game? I don't understand personally. I think they should bring back mutation immunity, or resistance at least, but hey, we gotta have to deal with this stupid mutation system. Feels good, man. It's one of the few things left where I'm like, thinking shouldn't be in this game, probably. That's okay though, we are resistant to mutation, so we'll see how effective that is in real life, once we actually get started. Alright, everything seems to be falling to my melee attack so far, which is good. Being a ranged guy is kind of annoying. I mean, I can do it, but like, the sword's actually better at this point now that I've lost an eyeball because I'm dumb. I can sacrifice things. I can sacrifice love, skill, which is I think aptitudes, which is bad, and nimbleness, which is all dodging. I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice love. This is a major, this is a pretty big sacrifice, I think. It just basically means you can't use mutation, you can't use anything that would summon allies for you, which means Scroll of Summoning and Scrolls of Summoning, summon spells which we can't learn anyway, and any evocables that summon stuff are out of the picture. But that's okay, because we don't really care about those anyway. I would argue that the best evocable nowadays is the fire lamp, and that one doesn't summon anything anymore. It used to. It was really good back then when it did, but it's still good now. Does a lot of damage, so you know, I'm not really too upset by it, and I can now use it with Rue, so it's fine. Obviously I'm losing like what, Box of Beasts and to some extent Vial of Floods, but that's not like really important to me, really. More importantly, I would rather have higher Rue piety. So because I have higher Rue piety now, I have access to Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a really busted ability. It's a really high exhaustion drain thing. It's a really high drain ability. It's also still free, by the way. That scales off Rue piety, and effectively what it does is it's a massive AoE nuke that also paralyzes, slows, does other things to enemies. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, well, he just confused himself thanks to Rue, so I didn't even have to blink away or anything. That was cool. Okay, Scroll of Summoning, didn't summon anything because everything hates me, fair enough. Understandable. I would make a self-deprecation joke, but I've made it literally every time I've sacrificed love to Rue, so it seems kind of unnecessary at this point. So I could Apocalypse here, for example. You can see how it's a massive nuke. It also paralyzed every single one of the yaks, which is pretty overpowered. The only downside, of course, is that it drains you quite a bit, but if you use it sparingly, and when I say sparingly, I more mean like on targets that are like really oh, this is pretty scary. I'm gonna just Apocalypse early just to kill these guys now. Okay, so cool, that gave me an amulet. That's a lot of stuff. A Reflect Dex +6 Shield +2. That's pretty good. I guess I'll take that over the +4 Reflection of nothing. And I won't teleport, but I'm very tempted to right now because killing that Anaconda means that I have to now fight these Dire Elephants. But I guess that doesn't matter if I can just Apocalypse them all and otherwise sneak away. Yeah, you can see here they're doing a lot of damage to me. Just gonna try to run for it. Okay, let me just power leap away. Power leap is a very short semi-controlled blink. It does damage as well, but I don't really use it for damage as much. I'd rather, like, if I'm drawing power out, sorry, if I'm draining myself intentionally, I'm probably gonna want to do something else, like draw out power or whatever, rather than power leap. I feel it's not very good. Kill this ghost because we're over leveled now, so we can just kill it. Nice and easy. The fact that Rue is here also increases our damage quite a bit, so it's very nice. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the game that got like quadruple shafted. Oh, public service news. There's a new server out in New York, CKO, because the Crawl Jog on Rocks CJR shut down recently. So the new server's up. So if you intend to play in tournaments or streak at all, make sure that you make an account, because I didn't know about this, but on CB Rotato, someone called Demise, someone took my name, probably as like, because they didn't realize it affected me, and then they played on the account and fucked up my win rate, and I think broke one of my tournament streaks, which kind of sucks, but I can't do anything about it anyway, it's fine. I'm just hoping that it works at some point. Okay, this weapon is insane. It's also one-handed on this character still, right? It's one-handed. Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna be insane. Did I lose a hand already? No, I didn't. This weapon is bonkers broken. What the hell? Okay. I have a Demon Blade of Vampirism that gives me RF+. That seems like an auto pick if I've ever seen one. Okay, so the last thing that they want me to sacrifice is either drink or words. I'm gonna go ahead and do none of them because I'm okay with not being at full piety. Once I've triggered Apocalypse, like once I've got it, it doesn't really matter what, I don't really feel the urge to keep going up in piety until I get a really convenient sacrifice. Obviously, maxing out my piety will scale it better, but I don't really care as much, because of course this character is pretty much good already, and the vamp weapon makes us strong, and the fact that we can still use Apocalypse makes us incredible anyway, so it's like, the full awakening Rue is good, but I can easily forego it for quite a while, actually. I can probably just, I don't think I can, I'm pretty sure I can just end the game and not even have to worry about it, but, you know, we'll still try. Okay, +2 buckler. Fire corroding, that's garbage. No, I don't want that. I'm pretty tempted to just like train shields now. I think I might do that. Fustibuli, or whatever the fuck they're called, the next version of hunting slings, are still one-handed, I believe. Oh, there's actually one for 435 gold. How much money do I have? Yeah, I guess I'll pick it up. It's a minor upgrade. Actually, no, there's no point because I'm just gonna keep using the sword. Okay. Well, the Vamp Sword, like, pretty much made it so that I don't need to switch weapons ever again. And, Rue does like being melee anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drop all the shit that I'm not gonna need ever again. Bit of a shame, but, hey, whatever. This character was destined to find this sword and win the game, because this is a fucking incredible weapon. The only thing it can't do really is kill orbs of fire, and even then I would posit that it can do that pretty handily if it wanted to. Okay, so I have just nothing on, basically, just ring mail, so putting this thing on is pretty good as well. I lose 2 AC, gain 3 evade, and also gain regen. It's kind of worth it. I'm kind of banking off the fact that I have a really, really good protection ring to kind of give me that extra AC. But whatever, it's fine. Okay, so here's a great time to Apocalypse. You can see here that the damage is pretty absurd. Okay, this is a 16-headed Hydra now. I'm just gonna run away until I'm not exhausted anymore, and then I'm gonna Apocalypse. That's the one downside that we have to deal with now. Our sword won't pierce. Sorry, our sword will cut off Hydra heads and it'll just fuck us up pretty bad. And now we're pretty heavily drained, but that's okay. We'll just push through. It's fine. I'm hoping this weapon's good enough. It might not be good enough. I might need a... Wait, do we have Swamp this game? No, we don't. Okay, so that's fine then. The Hydra problem is not really a problem. Okay, it's incredible that that ugly thing was able to do that much damage to me, despite being, what do you call it? Despite me having RF, but I guess that's just the lack of AC. I only have 16, I suppose, technically. The Scimitar of Flaming is a nice pickup. I'll just hold on to it. This is a cool time to Apocalypse. Again, basically anytime I would normally teleport, I can just Apocalypse instead and see if it works. There's almost no downside to it, because I'm probably going to kill most everything on the screen every time I Apocalypse, which is pretty insane. Again, Rue's like... I said this at the initial stages of Rue being introduced. I said very specifically, Rue will either be the worst fucking thing in the game because she's complete garbage and the sacrifices are way too hard, or she'll be broken because the what do you call it? The abilities and stuff are going to be like insane. And I think like it leans a little bit more towards the latter than the former. Like I think that Rue's a little too strong. Just because her abilities are insane and her passive is like ridiculous. Okay, this sucks. I'm just gonna Ice Blast this guy hopefully and just kill him. Oh, I can Scatter Shot. Yeah, there we go. There's a lot of stuff in this wall. Like Apocalypse is just like absurd how good it is. And the passive is just really, really good. Draw Power is obviously fine. Power Leap is fine. But they're kind of too fair compared to Apocalypse, if that makes sense. Whereas Apocalypse is just like stupid. So you just kind of use it all the time and you kind of forget that everything else exists. I mean, I'm sure that someone's gonna argue and be like, no, you use the other ones too. Yeah, I know that. But like, I'm saying relative to Apocalypse, the power levels aren't really that close, and a lot of the time you're going to be drained a lot or exhausted, so you're going to want to use Apocalypse rather than draw power. And honestly, like, well, it might just be because I tend to play Rue on characters that are strong, because they can handle the sacrifices. I don't know what it feels like to play a character that's so weak that a sacrifice literally means a sacrifice, and not just some, like, somewhat trivial decision. Okay, that's fucked. This is actually fucked. Okay. I used Draw Power there. Noting, of course, that I could have used Apocalypse, but I chose not to because I wanted to see if it was actually worth my time. And it did work to some degree. It worked perfectly. But, of course, Apocalypse would have just been, like, severe overkill, so I guess there's no point in doing that. It's just a bunch of orcs, after all. Like, Apocalypse... Actually, you know, Orbs of Fire just die to Apocalypse too, so I don't even need to worry about them. Like, I don't even know what this character cares about anymore. Okay, there's some stuff here. That's a lot of stuff. I actually am considering just going in there and apocalypsing immediately. Let me just go around and explore first, because I want to make sure that I'm as not drained as possible. There we go. So I'm on yellow drain now. You kind of like get to... You kind of start seeing yellow drain as like, I'm fine now. I don't really care anymore. When you play this account. Like, look at that. That's fucking stupid. Like, that's way stronger than you would expect. This guy is a fucking troll of Che, but now he's dead to 2 apocalypses. I basically didn't hit him that whole time, and then Apocalypse just cleaned up, but I'm not saying that's like it's broken, I'm just saying like it's really good, and I really do like Rue because of that. I think that if she was not as good as she was today, like basically I'd have no incentive to play her ever, because why would you bother, right? So I have no cold resistance. I'm just gonna have to push through this, I think. I could have Apocalypsed there, but that seemed a little bit unnecessary. I probably will have to Apocalypse at least one time during this, oh, Jesus. Okay. During this, event. This ice cave. That's alright. We'll just handle it. We have enough stealth here that we can actually start stabbing these guys mostly, which is nice. Basically free damage. Free kills. Okay, I'm actually gonna Apocalypse here. Just to kill that guy. That was a bit scary, actually. You never notice how how weak your character is until they have to fight some immovable thing. Okay, acquirement scroll. So normally I would go for a weapon to get a Vestibular, but because I don't need to, because this weapon is insane, I'm just gonna go for armor. Regen. Sure, I'll take it. It also gives us 1 extra AC, which is cool. And I don't know if it gives us extra dodge. I have no idea. Okay, so we're gonna do some degenerate strats here. We're gonna shout and draw these ice devils to us, and then stand here, and then Apocalypse now, and that'll get me as much stuff as possible with 1 Apocalypse. Okay, ruined helmet, see invisible. That's nice. I'll take it. Glowing ringmail, cold resistance. Doesn't really give us much benefit, but I'll hold on to it. I don't really see why I would need to ever wear this over regular troll leather armor. I might actually just enchant this one time, this troll leather. I don't need to, but I can, so I will. Like, this character probably will go with either Swamp Dragon armor. Oh wait, no, I can't get Swamp Dragon armor in this game. Damn it. Like, most likely I'll go with Gold Dragon armor, I think. Maybe. Either Gold Dragon armor or, if I'm unlucky, or plate armor, sorry. Not if I'm unlucky. So that means I should probably train more strength. Like, I could train Dex and, like, be a light melee character, but there's really no point. Because in this game, light melee is just way worse. Like, dodge is just infinitely worse than armor because of RNG and swinginess of combat. It just makes you feel way worse for no reason. So my suggestion to you guys is don't do that. Oh, cool thing also, because I'm riposting a lot, which is the long blades like special mechanic, where if you dodge an attack, it does an attack on them. I also get lots of vamp for free basically whenever they try to hit me, which is cool. I mean, it's pretty noticeable when it's actually not that noticeable because I'm playing as quickly as I am, but I can kind of tell that I'm healing more than I normally would on a vamp character, which is a bit nice. Embroidered cloak, I'll check that out, sure. +1 cloak, okay, I paid 200 gold for an enchant armor scroll. That's fine. It's acceptable to me. Okay. +3 plate armor, no. Actually, this character could probably go with Fairy Dragon Scales. If Enchantress spawns this game. Also, shields is done. Let's train some more armor. Long blades is already at 9.2. Pretty good for me, I guess. Try to focus the Orc Priest down so that they don't smite me to death. Okay. Yeah, so, oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff in here. Lamp of Fire. That'll cause some destruction, I think. Oh, this steam demon is hurting me. Or smoke demon, whatever the hell it's called. Okay, so I've got another sacrifice to make. And I think this will be the last one, probably. So there's sacrifice words, which doesn't let you read scrolls when in danger. Sacrifice drink, which doesn't let you drink in danger. And sacrifice courage. Now, courage is just a minus slay ability when you see a lot of enemies that are dangerous. It's actually a very easy one to deal with because every time you're like in terror, I guess. Literally just apocalypse and you're fine. So like it doesn't actually hurt as much as it sounds like it should. Because see here I'm in horror 1, so I have -1 slay, right? It's actually not that bad, but I can also just apocalypse and then I'm just fine again. So it doesn't penalize you as much as you think it will. And not only that, you should actually not have that much horror in the game anyway, because you should be, you know, trivial optimizing things with good play, so to speak. So what I mean by that is like you should be, you know, splitting packs and doing things that make you fight in corners like this, which means that horror can't get to you, right? So if you're playing well, it's a sacrifice that is literally trivial. Like, unironically, you optimize, you trivialize the situation with optimal play. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you do it. You just do that. And that's unironic. Like, you unironically trivialize. I can't believe I have to say that nowadays, that I have to unironically trivialize. What happened to the days when I could just trivialize? Now it's unironic trivial. Otherwise, you're ironic trivializing, like Ultra is. Alright, let's get in the corner again. Stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab. You can see the horror is really not affecting me. Like, even when I'm at 3 horror, it's only for like a few turns, then I run away. And then whenever I'm fighting, I'm usually at like 0 or -1 horror only. It's just good habits, you know what I mean? But I can see how it messes with some people. Some people might think it's an actually difficult mutation, but in general, no. Like, even here, 4 horror, fine. I'll just apocalypse. I don't care that much. My experience will come back. It's fine. Another rune cloak. Another 2 rune cloaks. +1, +1. Really? That is absurd. No boots. I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up. Sure. Some books. I don't read books. I don't need that. And now we can go to Spider's Nest. So Spider's Nest will be somewhat hard. We don't have Arpoise, and we don't really have a way to get Arpoise other than switching down to a weapon that's worse than the one we have. So we're gonna have to just kind of play this without Arpoise. Bit unlucky, but not, like, unheard of. As a melee character, this place is pretty painful. As a dodge character, it's especially painful. Especially one with low health like me. But I have Rue, so it kind of doesn't matter. I can just punch through these guys with no real stress. Let me just hide D. Nope. Okay. And there we go. Nice and easy. Torpor Snail just disappears behind my sword. Speaking of sword, it's almost at Mindalay now. Awesome. It's at Mindalay at 14, and I'm currently sitting at, like, what? 13? Yeah. Anything else we should train? I mean, evocations really isn't that much better to train now that I've gotten rid of love. It's kind of hard to justify using it, I guess. I mean, like, some of the better evocables, such as Box of Beasts, have been locked behind the sacrifice, so it's not really helpful for me. I mean, some people will argue that Box of Beasts isn't good, but I think it's absurd because boxes can actually summon electric things, and that makes it fucking broken because, as we all know, anything that does electric damage is fucking stupid in this game. So if you can summon something that does electric damage, aka Lightning Spire, Lightning Bolt, whatever, Lightning Strike, Lightning Balls, Electric Eels, they will punch well above their weight in terms of damage, because that's how electricity works in this game. So yeah, if you can get a Box of Beasts and you get a Spark Beast, you're fucking set to go, and you'll just shit on everything. Wow, it's incredible that I haven't been corroded by those Entropy Weavers. Rue might be doing something, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, we also have RN triple plus because this, gloves? No, because of the amulet. I'm not really convinced that the amulet's good yet, but, you know, it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just Apocalypse here. Not because I'm in danger, just because I don't really want to deal with all those orb spiders. It's kind of a pain in the ass, you know what I mean? Just gonna heal up until my drain goes away. And I'll Apocalypse again. Oh, never mind. I am confused. I'll Apocalypse now. And kill the Entropy Weaver if I can. Nope. Can't get it. Okay. So I'm corroded pretty badly, but the Demonic Crawler is fighting a 1v1 against a Rue character, so he basically can't do anything. The Rue passive is pretty absurd. I think, like, someone told me that it's approximately, like, the equivalent of getting 30% extra damage or something like that. And I don't really argue with that. It feels like you're getting a lot of slaying, or you're getting a lot of damage, sorry. Not just slaying. Just by, like, every time the Rue guy, like, confuses, paralyzes, slows, smites, whatever, blinds the opponent, it just gives you so many opportunities to attack. And sometimes it just straight up paralyzes them too, which is really cool. Okay, so like right here, I just want to Apocalypse. Like, I don't even need to. I just want to. That's the power afforded by Rue. Once you learn to love the drain, it's fine. And I'm also max power, so Rue's passive is like freaking out right now. It's having a field day. It does not care about friend or foe. It's just gonna keep like punishing people for attacking me, which I like. Of course, I have no friends, so you know, basically free elo. Oh god. Okay. Oops, I lagged out. Notice webbing strewn and hear a chittering noise in the background. Okay. It's a bunch of. There's 2 spiders. There was a unique line in the game to tell me that 2 spiders were going to come down. That was impressive. I will say that much. Gloves. They're not going to be as good as Dex plus 4 gloves. Dex plus 4 regen gloves. Sorry. So there's no point in really checking them out. I mean, the best they could be is like gloves with Dex, which is not really what I care about at all. Alright. Base armor at level 9. Not bad. Okay, I think soon enough we'll probably train Longblades a little bit past Mindelay in this game, just because of Rue draining. It's gonna be annoying. I have RLX somehow, so this Spark Wasp doesn't do any damage. Thankfully, of course. That's how that works now. If you have RLX, most of the fights are pretty normal. If you don't have RLX, eat shit, idiot. I think that old spider just blew itself up with its own orb. That was pretty funny. I'm gonna go ahead and dig here. I think they must have changed the dig rate or something. I've only gotten like 5 dig charges in the last 3 games. Like total. Not total, sorry. Like each game has only given me about 5 or so. I don't know what that's all about. I'm pretty sure they changed it because normally dig gives you like double digits at least. But I might be wrong. I have no idea. It's more just like paranoia to me. Speaking of paranoia, 808s and Heartbreaks, 10th anniversary, nice. Been re-listening to it, because you know why not? It's pretty interesting. It's a good album. It's underrated. It's ahead of its time is what people call it nowadays. But yeah, I don't know. It's good. Man, holy shit! I wish I had like a good shield, a better one, so I could just start training something. Okay, wow, we actually lose 1v1 to this Emperor Scorpion. Okay, apparently we don't, we just got unlucky. What the hell? We went from, I can't touch this thing, to it's dying and I'm not losing any health at all. I don't know how that works, but, you know. Combat RNG, yay. Okay, this looks like a big-ass vault with a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stand here and then Apocalypse. And you can see here that I'm yellow drained despite having Apocalypse. That's because I've killed so many things in that single Apocalypse that it actually just kind of negated most of the downside of the ability. So again, that's why I say that Apocalypse is way better than it looks. Or not even that, it's way more busted than even the busted self. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's even more broken than it initially appears, even though it is already initially broken. Just because it works itself off in dangerous situations. It's like, I don't know what Rue can't do. Which is kind of, I guess that's what the devs were going for. Like, she's a really broken god if you have no if you had no sacrifices. Like, she would be unironically top, like, without question even, like, top tier. Like, she would just be so much better than every other god. Because, like, draw out power is better than Elivalon, self-heal, Apocalypse is better than anything Quaslol will ever do, and so on and so forth. Like, it just doesn't seem like there'd be any competition at all. But I would say even with the sacrifices, she's probably in the top 5 gods, easily. Like, Trog, Aquara, McLeod, Vehemit, Brew. Like, I mean, Vehemit's not really, like, doesn't really count, because he's less of a, like, god, and more of just a caster thing. Like, you don't pick Vehemit to survive, you pick him because you're playing a mage, which is a bit different from, like, the other gods. But, like, Rue's definitely, like, in terms of scaling, like, AAA+. It's pretty crazy. I might actually make a video on her next, to complement the Aquara's, like, that god primer video that I made earlier. So maybe I'll even link it to this video, because I go and rant about Brew's brokenness the whole game, the whole damn time. Let's go for more strength, because I want to go plate armor. And let me just... Did I grab a rune? Yep, I got the rune. Cool. And I'm going to leave it here, because it's been about 30-ish minutes. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to go and throw my computer in the bin, because it still won't connect to Rainbow Six. Anyway, bye.